How's it going, everybody? I am standing here by the, hey little kitty, hey little kitty. I am standing here by this little kitty and the John Deere 4555 hooked on to the New Holland FP240. We have the 3-row Dion rotary corn head. If you guys have watched the channel for a little bit, I took this chopper out and I chopped our sweet corn. We had a small field of sweet corn that I chopped. Took that over to a neighbor's, but now we're gonna get started chopping our corn. We're bagging all our corn silage this year. We have a neighbor who's got a bagger. He's got a Roto-Press bagger, and once he chops his corn, he has silos too, but he puts up a bag or two and then he kind of loans his bag out or rents it out to other neighboring farms. So it's at another neighbor's farm. He just got done bagging and then it's going to us. So I'm gonna hop in the 4055. If you guys watch our chopping videos, the last one I was just chopping haylage. We usually run wagons with the 4055 and put the new to us 4250 on the blower. What we're doing this time is we're putting the 4055 on the bagger and running wagons with the 4250 because, hop in here quick. I need that, it's cold out. So usually, like I said, this will be the first time using the 4250. We just got it in January, but usually we run wagons with the 4055 and we have the 4040 on the bagger. Yeah, on the bagger. And I would say we're putting this one on. These have the 20.8s on the rear wheels and it sits out a little far. So when you come in with the wagons, you'd have to come in and you'd have to really be careful of that unloading belt. You want to be careful when you're pulling in, and it seemed like we were just a little too far away at times. And then if you really kind of come around and swing in, it seems like your angle is wrong, and then you get halfway up. Let me do this here a second. So when you have your unloading table, I would come in with the tractor and I would kind of come around this way to get as close as I could. But then it seemed like when you were bagging and coming forward, the tractors would start coming together. Whoa, I'm gonna drop that. And I would be too close and I'd have to back up and reposition. So yeah, we got 20.8 38s that are set out a little wider on this. The 4250 have the 18.4 42s and they're set in a little bit. So I was thinking it's probably going to be better to come in with this. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to run wagons with this 4055 on the blower. So I'm going to let that warm up. It's a chilly morning and we are ready to go. So let this warm up and then I'm going to run up the road to the other neighbors who was borrowing the bagger and grab it and bring it down, and we're going to start chopping corn. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be wondering, so I just wanted to answer a couple questions before we get too far into this corn silage videos. The first one is, why aren't we putting it into the silo this year? Why are we going all bags? What we were doing is, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the second question. The second question is going to be, why do you wait so long to chop your corn silage? It looks like it's bone dry. Well, number one, it's not bone dry. It looks like it's dried up a little bit, but we with these sealed silos, we always put our corn silage in around 50 to 50%. You don't want to put them in extremely high moisture. You don't want to. It's a weird thing. You don't want to put it in too dry because you're not going to get it to ferment just right. But if you put it in too wet, anyone that has these silos knows it can be a nightmare to for the unloader and to get out after you put them in too wet. So we usually sit around 50 to 50%. So anyway, we were feeding out of the bag over here. and getting this silo cleaned out. And actually this silo unloader needs a lot of work, and so we just made the decision to we'll work on it, or have the company work on it this winter, and we'll just bag everything. We're not going away from silos at all. We are going to stick to bags, or excuse me, we are going to stick to the silo next year and probably just put up a bag or two like we usually do. But that's why we did that. When you look at the corn silage that we're chopping, you're going to think to yourself, like I said, you're going to think, wow, my God, that's way too dry. Actually, if you grab a handful of it, it's still got quite a bit of moisture in it. And the other thing was, like I said, if you knew you were gonna bag them this year, why'd you wait so long? The bagger's not ours. We're renting a bagger off a neighbor, and he bags his corn silage, and then he kind of rents his bagger out to neighbors. So by the time we got it, that's just, you know, like I said, that's just the nature of the game. That's the time we could get it. So anyway, I hope I answered some questions off the start. All right, so he's going down. We cannot get all the way around that big field with one wagon. I don't even think we can make it around with two wagons. So I am going to hook onto this other wagon and follow him around. Of course, this tractor's a mess because he had it on the spreader. Oop. Let that warm up. Grab my camera quick, my drone, and we'll hit it. So we are all set, heading down. Like I said, I'm going to follow him around that first lap. I'll throw the drone up, show us coming around there. Start of corn silage. Excited to get started. Time to get them in the bag. Corn looks nice and tall. Should be a lot there. Why do we hook the wagons on the inside to the chopper? Well, we only do that on the first lap, and that's to keep the wagon following more inside behind the chopper instead of on the outside. we'd be hitting more branches and everything. So he just does it for the first lap travel. After he gets around the field, obviously we got all this now, so he'll put it on the outside one more in line with the spout. But get this first load in, see how it does. Done bagging corn silage. We're at to jump around the beans. They're looking good. There's the rye from a few videos ago. That's looking nice. Looking forward to see what that looks like next spring. good loads in. Just at the end of that load, I went out and set the brakes. The guy that owns the bagger told us when you start, you want to leave the tractor in neutral and do not put the brakes on because you just want to establish that back. Get a load or two in there and then set the brakes on. You can adjust the brakes for your tension. This is a Roto-Press, as you probably noticed by now. You saw it written on the side there. This is the only bagger I've ever used, so it's the corkscrew type of bagger. It doesn't have cables as a backstop. Like Ag Bag, I know, has the backstop with cables, and it also has brakes on the wheels, so I think you can pack them in there a little more. But Okay. Not bad for the first day. Ugh. The new Mini 3. So, yeah, not bad. Still got a few more loads to go to finish off this bag. Then we got 5 more bags to go. So anyway, good first day. Good to kind of jump back into things, get things set up, get things rolling, find what works, all that fun stuff. But good to be in the field chopping corn silage, that's for sure. Anyway, thumbs up if you like this video, drop me a question or comment below, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have, thumbs up to you, I totally appreciate it. Stay tuned, more chopping, and then as soon as we're done chopping, we need to jump on those soybeans. So stay tuned, it's gonna be fun, and they're gonna be coming heavy. So hope you guys enjoy.